Hello, good morning. I'm live. I'm just going to do a quick audio check. I'm live. Yeah. Okay. So the audio is working well. Let's start the session. If you are watching this, feel free to say hi. I will also be answering any questions if you have on this topic. So, yeah, I can see 1 minute comment. Okay. Okay, so let's start the session. Okay, so I decided to do this particular live online class because many of you asked me for guidance regarding this. So the 10 Karlakattai rotations that I'm going to teach today is something that anyone can do right from the beginner to an advanced practitioner. If you are an advanced practitioner, you can make it more challenging by using heavier Karlakatai or by adding some lower body work, which I will explain at the end once I'm done explaining all the 10 rotations, right? So, these are the 10 rotations which I've found that in my journey of teaching for last almost 6 years, uh, everyone benefited immensely, and yet they are quite simple for everyone to do. So let's start. The first rotation that I'm going to talk about is single hand rotation. It's the simplest variation of single hand rotation. And in the traditional way, when we start learning, we never start lifting Karlakatai over the at the level of the shoulders or even above the level of the shoulders, but we start working by swinging Karlakatai below the level of shoulders. So that's always single hand rotation is always the first rotation that we learn when we are learning in the traditional way. So your single hand rotation looks like this. So the stance is slightly wide. Make sure you're not standing in a very wide stance. It's just almost your hip width. The stance is your hip width, and start swinging your Karlakatai like this. This is single hand rotation. The hand that is free, empty hand, will go on your abdomen. Now, the interesting thing about single hand rotation is that there is this hypothesis that it works very similar to what is known as EMDR. That's eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. So it helps a lot with processing your emotions. Now, this is just a hypothesis. We have observed as teachers that people have reported similar experiences when they start practicing single hand rotation. Now, again, as I said, this is not a medical claim, this has been the observation. So, uh, keep gazing at your Karlakatai as you are practicing your single hand rotation. And this is the simplest version of single hand rotation, right? So that was the first one. The second rotation is probably something that I have talked about. I have talked about a lot. I have explained about a lot. I have made quite a few videos about this, and that's body rotation because I think it's such a versatile rotation that it deserves its own video and explanation and how it works, right? So, body rotation. For single hand rotation, okay, let me finish a few things about single hand rotation first. For single hand rotation, the ideal Karlakatai to practice it would be your simple beginner sky Karlakatai. That's the ideal Karlakatai for practicing single hand rotation. Now, for body rotation goes like this. As you breathe in, you lift your Karlakatai up, rotate it around the body. As you breathe out, you bring your Karlakatai down. Other side, breathe in, lift it up, rotate it around the body, breathe out, bring it down. Again, a few more repetitions. Breathe in, lift it up, breathe out, bring it down. Breathe in, lift it up, breathe out, bring it down. Now, I've explained the correct way of doing body rotation in my previous videos, how you can avoid injuries and how you can introduce more of the musculoskeletal strength element into the practice of your body rotation. So, for body rotation, ideal Karlakattai to use would be your simple Kai Karla. You can even use a steel club. I have also talked about in one of my previous videos regarding the difference between a wooden club and a steel club. So for this, you can also use steel club. You can also use other advanced types of karlakatais for body rotation, like for example, idumban karlakatai or kushti karlakatai. Right? Okay. So the next rotation, which is again a very versatile rotation, and when you say Karlakatai, you cannot skip this one, and that is shoulder rotation. Now I'm going to club this with a rotation which is like a reverse of shoulder rotation to give that complete mobility to your shoulder complex, right? So this is how the shoulder rotation goes. So I'm going to show you shoulder rotation clubbed with the reverse of it, right? Now understand that I'm moving my arm. I'm moving my whole arm. The whole shoulder complex is getting mobilized. I'm not rotating my wrist. This is a complete movement at the shoulder joint. So that's your shoulder rotation and the reverse of it. Yeah, let me do a few more rounds to so that you can see clearly. Shoulder rotation and the reverse of it. Shoulder rotation and the reverse of it. Yeah, so for this also you can use your regular wooden kai karla. You can even use your steel club. You can, and by the way, if whether you want to buy a karla katai of any customized design or even the steel clubs, feel free to get in touch with me because we are making them on this platform for our students. So for shoulder rotation, as I said, you can use your wooden kai karla, you can use steel clubs, you can even use advanced karlakatais like kushti karlakatai or idumban karlakatai. I think you can see them in the background. This is kushti karla and this is idumban karlakatai, right? Okay, so that was our third rotation. Next is the evergreen shield cast. The evergreen shield cast. I mean, when you see Karlakatai or clubs on the internet, this is what you will see most of the time. Now, the thing is that many people have this misconception that these two, three popular rotations is what Karlakatai or Indian clubs are about. So, no, there are 64 rotations. In fact, when we mix them, when we combine them with different kinds of lower body work, leg work, the rotations also go up to 256. So many of you send me messages saying that do I need to, how can I learn all 64? How can I learn 32? Do I teach 256? You don't really need to learn so many rotations to keep fit. Okay, most of the times I've noticed that uh, many of the times wanting to learn more and more can also be an egoic pursuit instead of something that's beneficial. So something that's beneficial for you need not be dramatic. Okay, so beneficial thing, something that benefits you, is actually sometimes very at the core. It's very simple, right? So that's what we are doing here. The 10 simple yet very important and beneficial rotations, right? So the fourth one is your shield cast. Shield cast, you can, in fact, for shield cast, I recommend use a really heavy karlakatai, use even the steel clubs, but I'm going to show you with this basic kai karla, right? So shield cast goes like this. This is your regular double-handed shield cast. Okay, now important point is about your alignment, is about your posture, how to breathe in, but all that cannot be taught in this live online class. So my recommendation is that you learn this properly. You can join the live online classes that I conduct, and you can learn properly in a systematic way. Right, so that was the fourth one. Fifth one, let's go to leg rotations. So, inner leg rotation and outer leg rotation, I've clubbed these two. Um, that gives you a bonus rotation as well. So, these two are excellent rotations for dynamic flexibility in your lower body. So, the first one goes, it simply goes like this. And the second one goes from outside of your leg. Those are the two variations. So that's our fifth important rotation. Then let's move on to the sixth one. I've chosen scissor rotation for this because I have found that for scissor rotation, the Karlakattai has to move so close to your body that more control is needed, and also it works very well for your elbows. So it's an excellent rotation. So Caesar rotation goes like this. Keep it close to your body. Switch. Keep it close to your body. Be careful with your face, with your nose. That was scissor rotation. The next rotation is tummy rotation. This is such an interesting rotation because it does so much work with your abdominal wall. And okay, so for first scissor rotation, you can either do this with your simple kai karla or even steel clubs. Now the next one is tummy rotation. Tummy rotation is best when you do it with toppe karla. Toppe karla is like this. This is what Thoppe Karla is. So the way tummy rotation works is that the way you have to breathe and the way you have to move your abdominal wall, it makes it very interesting, especially for the work for your core muscles. So tummy rotation goes like this, but as I said, this is best done with the proper Thoppe Karla. So this is the tummy rotation. So as the Karlakattai, as the Toppe Karla goes, swings in front of your abdomen, you have to suck your belly in. Otherwise, it's going to hit your abdomen, right? And then relax. So it's like you are doing these repetitions of sucking your belly in and then relaxing it, sucking your belly in and then relaxing it. Let me show you this with the proper Toppe Karla. Okay, so that was tummy rotation. Next one I've chosen is elephant round. So elephant round, I recommend the way this works is that if you do it with a kai karla, it is more beneficial. Just now, as I show you, you will notice. So hold karlakatai straight like this. Lift it up like how elephant lifts its trunk. Lift it up and take it behind your back. Bring it in front, switch hands, lift it up, take it behind your back. Again, Extend your arm fully, bring it down. Switch hands, extend your arm fully, take it behind your back, come back, switch hands, extend your arm fully, take it behind your back, come back. Now, why I recommend you do this with a Kai Karla is because Kai Karla will have more torque than a steel club. And because of that more torque, because of torque that's more, is going to make it challenging to balance your Karlakattai as you lift it up, right? So, and at that stage, your core gets involved. Okay, so I guess we finished one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Two left, right? So the next rotation that I have added is a simple double-handed pullover. And I recommend that you do this with a really heavy karlakatai, whether it can be a wooden karla or a steel club, that's fine. But a simple double-handed pullover is like this. Make sure that at this stage your elbows point towards the ceiling and simply pull it back in front. Up, come back. Up and behind, come back. Up and behind, come back. Okay, so that was simple double-handed pullover. Now the last one I included on this list is called Manja rotation, and it works so well with your palms and your fingers. So strengthening of your fingers and palms, because it's rarely that we pay attention to strengthening and conditioning of these small joints, right, of your palms and fingers. So manja rotation goes like this. You are going to hold karla like this and rotate it. Switch hands, switch hands, again, switch, switch, other side again. Right. So this is best done with a wooden kai karla because it gives you some width and some challenge for the grip. Right. So these were the 10 rotations that I chose, which I think are beneficial, the most beneficial, and can be done by anyone. Now, how to make these challenging? You can add some interesting lower body work into this. For example, I made a video, I think last week, which was body rotation with balancing on one leg. You can use also, let's say, a squat. For example, to give you an example, see how I can combine a shield cast with a squat. Okay. Likewise, let's say you can combine double-handed pullover with a forward step lunge and a backward step lunge like this. So stepping forward, lunge, come back, again, pull over. Similarly, you can do a step back lunge, step back, lunge, come back. I also experiment with adding the ranging footwork from Kali. For example, let's say with leg rotation. Now the ranging footwork of Kali, stepping 45 degrees, switch, come back, switch hands again, leg rotation, switch 45 degrees, swing, come back, and swing again. So just some interesting footwork. Ranging footwork has includes stepping back also at 45 degrees. So like this, you can add some body, lower body work. And in this, even in for this list of 10 rotations, you can with all the permutations and combinations, you can make work on a lot more number of rotations, right? So I guess that's it for this video. You have some questions. Let me see. Uh, Sorry, I can see some questions here. Comment. Okay. How do I see your question? How many months may Padam practice, then start Karlakattai practice? It is not fixed like that. It really depends on a practitioner. A proper teacher will always observe any student in the class and then recommend. So there is no fixed number. There is no fixed number like 3 months, 6 months, like that. For each student, they need to practice May Padam for duration of time that which depends on where they are. In their health and fitness condition, right? There is a very small space where I can see the comments. What's the best wood for Kai Karla? Uh, See, we are using, I believe in using the wood which is locally available, easily available, affordable, and sustainable. So we are using acacia wood, we are using babul tree wood. So I recommend that wherever you are, you use the wood that's easily available to you. A wood that is medium density wood. So not a light density wood or too much heavy density wood, but a medium density wood for Kai Karla is best. Okay. Jyoti. Hi Jyoti. Good morning. Uh, who else is here? Okay, that's it. I don't see any more questions. Learning on permutations and combination. Yes, 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 Jyoti. So, yeah, that was it. A short session, and I hope you found it beneficial. I will make one more very interesting video on 10 rotations for martial artists. So, it's something I've been working on, and I'm really looking forward to doing that live class soon. So, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me on WhatsApp. All my contact details are shared everywhere on the social media, whether or just simply comment here. Um, or my WhatsApp number is 8278816690. So you can send me your questions there, and I'll definitely see how I can guide you. And of course, for proper learning in a proper way, in a systematic way, feel free to join the online live classes. Right? That's it. I think I'm going to end the session here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next class very soon. Thank you.